All right, welcome back to the show, folks. Greg Bilby.
Hey, I love how you instituted Bikini Week. Yeah.
No, well, it's summertime.
Yeah, I like the twins, Dee Dee and Dolly. You girls are looking good. They're looking good.
you're way hotter than Candy and Mandy. And Cinnamon and Spice.
Plus, they came in so tired from dancing all night.
Right. Yeah.
You know, they have that dance studio somewhere in town. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, you know, and thanks again for showing up on the fly. You know, like I said earlier, James Townsend.
Loser. Loser.
Oh.
Allergies.
Hey, James, I didn't say it. But you know, when Larry King calls you and says, "Yeah, I want you on the show. Come on up, and I'm gonna get you in the studio." Hey, you know, I don't blame you, but
I'm glad
Larry, leave my guests alone. And so you have kind of had to, you put all this together just a few minutes ago.
On the fly. And we also had, honey, thank you so much for letting me come out. My wife just had surgery, and so I'm kind of juggling, so thank you so very much. But yeah, threw it together on the fly, and I had a collection that was given to me of Hot Wheels, you know, cool. And I thought I'd kind of start out. I got these for my son, Logan, and they're little bitty Hot Wheels walkie-talkies, and they have like a 2-mile radius.
That's pretty cool.
You know, and I remember the one you showed one previous, the Dick Tracy, where you had the belt and you pulled out the antenna. You had like a, what, a 50-foot radius?
It was, yeah, I mean, you know, they pulled back and it showed, you know, talk from house to house. Get kids, get the Dick Tracy two-way wristwatch radio. And, man, I remember that. I hit that one. No retakes on that, dude. Yeah, round of applause. Thank you. Cut it out or whatever. So that's cool. Yeah.
That was the flame design on there.
Absolutely. I mean, I know some of this stuff's kind of new. I mean, all these are new, but I mean, it's the fact that Hot Wheels and Tonka and Matchbox, I mean, these are as much a part of the history of America, especially toys, as anything, really, you know?
Exactly, because I remember having the Matchbox City, too. You know, you fold it like you had. Yeah, like that.
Are you talking about this bad boy? Yeah, looky here.
Yeah, I had one of those, too. So.
This is circa late 70s. Late 70s, something. But it smells like late 70s, too.
I see you pulled out a few of your favorites. I'll let you dig. I let him dig through my box.
What did you say last time? You couldn't wait to my box?
I couldn't wait to get your hands on my box because of the comics, but yeah. Sorry.
Late rim shot.
So what'd you pull out? I see some kind of interesting.
Yeah, I just, you know, it was more about getting the different brands that you have and all that. I mean, you know, they're all about the same amount of cool. So I mean, I don't know. This is your stuff.
Anyway, I was inspired. I pulled out these old Dodge Chargers because last night I was watching Dazed and Confused, a nice documentary to the 70s, and they had all these beautiful, beautiful hot rods that got about 6 miles to the gallon, cranked out about 400 horsepower. I mean, you know, these guys are running around.
The gas was like 2 cents a gallon back then.
Well, it's funny. I was watching and I thought of you because they had a sign that said cigarettes, 60 cents.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that correlates with the Sesame Street booklet you brought on a few episodes ago, and
35
cents. So inflation already, you know, that was like 76, and we were talking 1970 or 71. So,
but I love it when they do the old school. Like here's like an old Corvette, here's an old '57 Chevy, and all those old cars. They just don't make them like that anymore. Because my dad's got a '61 Ford unibody pickup, and the dash is metal, all metal, no padding whatsoever. And radios were a luxury, you know.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, Matchbox got started in Hot Wheels got started in '68, so they've been around about as long as you've been alive.
Yeah, extra year. I was born in '69.
Yeah, and I had them too. And you know, the packaging hasn't really changed though. You know, they haven't really changed their logo. It looks like they put a little extra flamage on there, but that, you know, that's cool. Fire's cool. And now let's move on to the Tonka brand, and they got started in '55.
So remember those big metal trucks? I love those.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, we had one, and you couldn't destroy those things. I mean, they were metal.
Yeah, probably with real lead paint too.
I actually set one
on fire.
Yeah, I had a phase where I liked to burn stuff. Yeah, I knew where my former stepfather kept all the gas, you know, for the lawnmower and stuff, and I'd pour me a can of that and go, what can I set on fire?
But I know Tonka is an Indian word. It might be Olagala Sioux, but it actually means big, which correlated to those big metal trucks. Because they stood, about what, 2-3 foot tall, and
They were big, dude.
like 50 pounds.
Yeah, they didn't, obviously these are not those, but yeah, they didn't mess around. And if you're gonna handle, being Indian word and you're wrong, I'd rather it be you being a Native American as opposed to me who's whitey.
And the Coca-Cola Corvettes. I just, some people just gaga over the Coca-Cola stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I was getting ready to say, yeah, Coke is the epitome of retro.
I heard Daryl Strawberry collected a lot of Coke.
Yes, and he kept it in his nose.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Rim shot. Yeah, right. That was good. And actually with the Coke thing, man, you're right. People can absolutely freak out on that stuff. I mean, I've seen some people that have, like a little area, it's got the big Coke sign and stuff. But then I've seen other people that's like, that's all they have in their house. It's kind of like, I'm scared of you. Pepsi rocks. So.
And then the die-cast 2-pack, this one, it's under $1, but it's the Volkswagen, the new Volkswagen Beetle, and the Mini Cooper, kind of a little combo pack at the dollar store. And, it's just funny because it brings back a lot of memories, because if we'd have kept them in the original packaging, we could have, probably paid off a house, but it was so fun to rip them out and dig tunnels, get the play sets.
Well, they're tough toys. They're basically hunks of metal with paint on them.
Exactly.
That look like cars.
Simplistically put.
Other than that, just be a piece of metal that's painted, and you'd hit your friends with it. And the Big Boy Matchbox, yes, they've been around since 1953.
I love that. Hero City, it's a big old jacked up redneck 4x4 pickup.
Yeehaw! Heck fire! And I had Hot Wheels and Matchbox. I mean, I can prove it. But the thing that I had the most as far as toys go in the 80s was Micro Machines.
I remember those.
Remember those?
And Stompers?
Do you not remember Stompers?
Stompers, they were like the big 4x4 battery operated, and they just went one direction. But yeah, there was Stompers, and they stood pretty tall. But I do remember the Micro Machines, and I might have some.
Well, you know what? Bring them on. So, just because James Townsend does all one theme stuff doesn't mean you can't mix it up and put a hodgepodge together, a cornucopia of craziness. Yeah, I had the Micro Machines. They came in sets of 5, I believe, or 6, and kind of varied. And they had like the sports car ones with like the Lamborghini and the Porsche and all that. And those were the ones that I always liked, And of course, if I got one, then my brother had to get one exactly like it, and then I would take his really good one. I'm like, yeah, you can have the Volkswagen ones.
There you go. He'll have the Daihatsu.
Yeah, but Ben was just cool like that. He didn't care. He was just having fun.
He had no choice.
Well, that's right. Because I'm the oldest, and I ran the show, and I still run the show. Isn't that right, Ben? Yeah. Shut up. So.
Oh, you gonna go down and visit Sheriff?
I don't know, Shara. What's up, girl? I understand that you like Sonic over Olive Garden, which hey, that's cool.
And we want to see your green eggs and ham.
Yeah, you know how to get a hold of this guy, so do it, dang it.
Come on.
And before we go and close out the show, we got to check back in on Alexis and Crystal from Dynasty. Throwing down.
How dare you steal my family?
Check it out. Oh, there we go.
Oh. Duck, duck.
Yeah, those two ladies hate each other. What do you think?
Yeah, but they were probably drinking buddies after the show. It was the 80s. They were probably, but anyway.